This is how the bundles are looking so far, by the way. Cutes. And now that these are the natural curls instead of the body wave, this is washed curls, it is kind of giving 30 inches. So that's cute. Anyway, let's go. Hey loves, so we all know the importance of wrapping your hair just to prolong its life, its luster, its moisture, the style, and the quality of your bundles. And let's just say, obviously, I had a day nap and I did not wrap up my bundles. So here we go. This is my process and just showing a little bit of how the sewn is looking. This is my hair sweated out in the back, around the edges. Obviously, it needs some touch up, it needs some love, and we'll get into that later. But first and foremost, let's get this hair ready and prepped. The very first thing I like to do is I like to use this detangler brush. It works for me. I've seen various variations of it on TikTok, and I found one and I thought it was cute. Purple was my favorite color, but so far it's just a ventilated, I call it a weave brush. There's so many names for this type of brush, but I call it a weave brush. So now that I have fully combed out the bundles and detangled, it gives me a base to work with. On top of that, especially when you are doing your night prep, I always like to add moisture before I wrap, just so it could feel full of life and body and luster in the morning. And it kind of just sits there and marinates all night while you're sleeping. So this is pink sheer oil. When I find the name of the product officially, I'll go ahead and link that. I got it at my beauty supply store for maybe about $8. So I love it and it works for me. Okay, so the official name is Pink Glosser with aloe, shea butter, and jojoba oil. And it's very, very light. It smells so good. You really only need about maybe 3 pumps. So as you see, I'm pretty generous with this because I love shiny, soft, manageable hair, especially when you have waves or curls. I noticed that it really helps define the curls, as you can see at the bottom. Once again, we're gonna go back and detangle. You know what this reminds me of, you guys? Did you guys ever watch the Brady Bunch when Marsha was in the mirror in the bathroom and she was combing her hair about 50 or 100 times? I don't remember exactly how much, but she was onto something, because the more you comb out your hair between each process and product and things you do, it just elevates the look. That is a personal opinion of mine, and I've been doing it forever. Okay, so notice here how one side is done and the other side still needs a little more love, a little more brushing, and a little more moisture on this side. Look at the difference in the wave pattern versus how dry and brittle these ends look. So that's the goal of what we're doing today. We are bringing this hair back to life. As I said, apply as much oil sheen or glosser that makes you comfortable. You know how you want your hair to feel. Try not to make it too greasy. And if you accidentally do, what I usually do is I always just go back in with a slight spray of dry shampoo, and you can find some that smell really good too. So that way, you just kind of add just a little scent to your hair. So now let's move forward to the next step. Okay, so now I'm going to take this scarf. I love this scarf. First of all, this is a rose embroidered scarf. So all the roses are sewn on and they're detailed. But the rest of the scarf is like a very silky sheer material. Before I do that, I always like to twist out my hair, and it's the same thing that you do when you do a two-strand twist, but you're going to just take hair, and as you're twisting, you're going to pull it through as if you're giving yourself a French braid or a cornrow. So as you see, I'm moving my hands down, combing through the ends. And I notice when you do this method and you twist away from your face, it just gives it a really beachy body wave look. And when there's no tangles from the twist to the ends, I find that it becomes very defined. So as you can see, I'm just going to twist it all the way down. And now just do the other part. Twist, twist, twist. And down one more time. This is usually how I like to have my hair before I wrap it up, because it's so easy to manage. And obviously I'm not the best at it, clearly, but the whole point is just to tuck in the end so you can lock in all that moisture that we put in our hair earlier. So as I get a rubber band to put over this, I'm just going to tie the end. And now we're going to move to the next area. So this is how it looks in the back. You take one side and you're going to take another and then do a giant two-strand twist. So I'm going to twist it all the way to the ends. Take the two scrunchies off and continue to twist. As you can see, it does not need to be perfect. No one's going to judge you. No one's going to see your twist. What you want is you're just securing pretty much a wave pattern. So now, after I do both sides, I'm going to take one side and create one giant twist between both the twists. Very easy, same thing. Try to wrap them going in the same direction because it just makes it a lot easier. And this is just a small detail that works for me. And this is neat so far. So now, as I take my scarf, first of all, look at those roses. They are beautiful. Small detail, I always like the rose on top. And once again, they have this in every color from $2 to $4 on Shein. Absolutely love these. So just a humble plug for baddies on a budget. And I'm gonna tie it in the back, wrap it around to the front. I don't like it too tight on my ears. I don't want it to be tied so tight it gives me a headache. And then at the top, I'm just going to put the old school giant bow. I actually like this look. It's like an old school scarf look, but I always thought it was cute, especially, so these ends of the scarf they're ruffled and they have gold. So that's how that looks, and hopefully you guys like the video.